Hi, it's Loren Lockman. I'm coming to you here from Tanglewood Wellness Center, and I'm sitting here with a dear friend who I have known now, I don't even know how long it's been.
About
7 years?
7 years. We met first time in 2013 December.
2013.
Over Skype, and then in 2014 you visited me in Serbia and you organized your event.
Okay, so that's, 2013 December was more than 8 years ago.
Yes. Almost a decade.
Been a while, yeah. And in fact, I owe Marina, because I think we've probably done on at least three or four separate occasions, we did events together.
That's true.
Events that you organized for me in Serbia.
That's true.
In both Belgrade with the help of somebody else, and in Novi Sad as well.
That's true.
And so it's, in fact, I think it's fair to say that over many years now, I've been encouraging you to come here. And you were maybe a little bit nervous about it, weren't you?
I was. I'll say this honestly. I watched all of your videos except testimonials with fasters because because it just I was nervous about fasting.
You didn't want to be convinced.
I didn't want to be convinced. That's so honestly put.
Yeah.
And this January something awoke in me, and it was literally I woke up and I said, I have to do this. And then I watched all of your videos that I skipped all the testimonials.
There's more than 100 of them.
I was binge watching them for 3 days. The playlist is there. I just watched, and all these people encouraged me so much, and I was done. I was like, I'm doing this.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm so glad you came. I'm really glad to be having this conversation with you, because one of the comments I frequently hear is, no, I don't need to do this. I've been raw for 6 months. I've eaten perfectly for 6 months, or for 2 years, or for 5 years. You, in fact, have eaten an optimal diet for close to 10 years.
That's true. And I wanted to believe that eating an optimal diet for now 10 years, since February 2012, when I started my low-fat, raw vegan diet, and I never looked back. I never cheated anything. I always wanted to believe that was enough to do all the cleaning, self-cleansing of the body.
Right.
But no, now after doing a 21-day water fast, I know it's not.
Yeah, and let's be clear about it, because the body does cleanse and heal when you change your diet. Absolutely. Right? You got healthier. I got healthier with a diet. Many people do. But it's also true. And we've never had a single person, regardless of how many years, the longest I think we've seen was like 22 years eating as close to perfectly as one can do. And even that person said it was life-changing what happened in just 21 days fasting. Yeah. Absolutely.
Because I started with my raw vegan diet at the age of 27. So everything that I ingested before that was still in some shape or form probably inside of my body.
Well, some of it was, not everything.
Yeah, of course, some of it.
Yeah.
And when I say in some, everything that I ingested, I don't think only about food, because for me, fasting wasn't just about physical. It was such a spiritual, physical, but also a spiritual journey.
Absolutely.
It was amazing.
Well,
it was hard, but amazing.
You're also aware that there are many people here, well, some of the people here, who chose not to have the full experience. They kept themselves occupied. They spent all day talking. They spent hours online. They spent time doing all kinds of things other than being with themselves. And clearly, it's difficult for many people. We've grown up, most of us, our whole lives trying to suppress certain emotions, and some people really just aren't ready to experience them. But it's unfortunate. You talked about how powerful the experience is. I don't think it's half as powerful if you don't do that part of it.
Absolutely. I was very dedicated to do the fast as properly as I could. It wasn't perfect, but when it comes, for example, the usage of internet, I didn't use it. I was very dedicated to stay away from it, and I felt so low on energy during my fast that I just wanted to lay down and rest. So that's
an advantage of sorts. It's easier to rest when you feel like that.
That's true.
We do have some people that go through this process that have tons of energy the whole time. It's actually much harder for them to do that. But your experience was energy was low. Now, you felt weak and tired, right? Other than that, did you have any challenging symptoms?
That's a good question. I did have some aches and pains in my body that I've been struggling with even through my decade of a raw vegan diet, and that was those pains were invisible to all the practitioners that I visited over time. They said, "Oh, everything looks fine, in a bodily structure. Everything looks fine." And I had all kinds of tests. Everything looked perfect, but then I did have these pains, and they went away through the fast. They became worse, just to go away as time went by.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's such an important point. Many people tell me that no, they've had things checked out. There's nothing wrong with them, and I'll say to them, "That's great, fantastic, and you can still take your health and vitality to a much higher level." Of course, not everyone believes that or even wants to believe that. But what's interesting about doing this at a place like this is you not only had this amazing experience yourself, but you watched 30 some other people go through the process and probably saw a lot of amazing things happening.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is amazing to have first the support of nature around you. This place looks beautifully beautiful, and then to have the support of the group and very professional lectures every day that just gives you this sense of safety that you are in the safe hands, that you are with someone who has fasted so many people, so this person really knows how to make sure that you are safe. And I'm saying this because there were moments throughout my 3-week fast that were so difficult for me that my mind was trying to find all the possible solutions to make Loren say yes to my plead. Can I just please stop today? Right. And I'm now, when I went through these 3 weeks, I cannot thank you enough for not letting me let myself down.
Well, let me clarify something, because you're welcome, but B, anyone can stop anytime they want to. I mean, anyone is. That's the fact. If someone says to me they want to stop, they can stop if they choose to stop. If I believe that they're making a mistake, I'm certainly going to tell them that, because what I'm doing, I'm taking a stand for each and every client to help them maximize their benefit from the process and their overall health and vitality, and in fact, to maximize their potential. You and I both know that if you want to go out into the world and create amazing things, something that you're already doing, it's difficult to create everything you're capable of if you don't feel very well, right? You need to have that health and vitality. And so I take a stand, and I'm committed to helping each person achieve that. Some people don't take the same stand for themselves. Isn't that true? I mean, some people. No, and again, I mean, there are people who, I think, like you, there are people who are afraid. They don't really know. It doesn't feel good. Maybe some of them suspect they're okay, but they want an excuse to stop because it's not comfortable. And it's easy when it's difficult to think, it doesn't matter. I just want this to be over. The crazy thing is, and I heard this from someone today. You've heard me say this in videos, but someone today said, "I can't believe this is the last day." I said, "It went fast." She said, "Well, no, not while I was in it. It went slowly, but now it seems like it just was yesterday I got here." And that's what happens.
Honestly, now when I look back, I don't even feel like I fasted. I don't know, what happened. It was like a dream. Yes, while it was lasting, it was a very short process, but now I am into my 7th day of refeeding. I feel fantastic. I exercise every day. I'm very dedicated to do even the refeeding process correctly as much as I can.
Sure.
And so I feel reborn, but literally reborn.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience. I'm really glad that you're here, that you finally got here. I'm glad you had this experience. It's wonderful to see people completing the process and feeling vibrant. Yes. And amazing, and time to get out into the world and go create more amazing things with more vitality.
Thank you. I would like to add for the end that I've talked to so many people, and I know from my own experience that people usually say like your intestines are your second brain. Well, I take a step further, and I would say your intestines are your first brain, because when they are stuck, you feel depressed, you feel down.
Yeah.
And once when you rehydrate all that old material and it gets out, you feel like you can fly. That's how
It makes a huge difference, that's for sure.
huge
Yeah,
difference.
yeah. Marina, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, it's
Thank
been a
you.
pleasure.
It's been a
And we'll
pleasure.
see you next time.
Hopefully.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Hopefully. Bye-bye.
Taste so sweet and I can't deny it. Life's a treat, I just wanna try it.